Muslims are oppressed. True story. Here, and I will show you the duty of a Muslim according to Muhammad, just to show you the hypocrisy of those liars. According to Islam, the duty of a Muslim is to oppress every non-Muslim. Is what? Is to oppress every non-Muslim. The Quran have a verse saying, because Islam is a white supremacist Arab culture, religion, the verse says, and this is Muhammad talking, the best people raised ever for mankind. The Quran says that you Muslims are the best for mankind, of mankind. When you hear this, you say the best, and you say, they put the word benefit there, you know. In some translation, they put the word benefit. You see, like the Muslims are ordered to benefit mankind, you know, like it's benefit, maybe about science, maybe about helping the poor, non-Muslims. No. Means the best of people for the people, as you bring them with a chain on their necks till they embrace Islam. Do you see it? So this cowardly liar man saying that Muslims are oppressed when Islam is nothing but oppression. And someone might say, okay, why we cannot do it now. But if they can, they did it for centuries. Do you see all those countries in the Middle East? None of them speak Arabic. The Arabian Peninsula, they have Arabian tribes who speak Arabic. The rest, they don't. The Coptic, they are not Arab. They have their language. The Egyptian, those are real Egyptian. The Jordanian are not Arab. Those are the one there who speak Arabic are the Bedouin who came with the invasion of Islam. The Syrian are not Arab. The Iraqi are not Arab. The Persian are not Arab. Okay, what happened? Wherever they go, the Moroccan are African, the Egyptian are African, the Libyan are African, and the Tunisian are African, Algeria are African. So where is their language? It's gone. Why? Because Islam oppressed the one they occupy, and they forced them to convert to Islam, and they forced them to speak Arabic. To the point you speak to someone from Somalia, and he said to you, I'm an Arab. How you are an Arab and you are an African black man? All of us, we knew that the Arab are not black. But because Islam oppress you and steal your identity, Islam is a white Arab supremacist cult. Believe that we are the best of mankind, and we are chosen by Allah to put a chain around you like a dog. Maybe you don't understand how Muslims still they view us. And when I say Muslims, I mean Islam. How Islam look at a human being. You know, all of us, we have eyes, right? But Muslims, they have different eyes. Because as their prophet says, you are the best of mankind, and your duty is to bring them into Islam by chain. And the Quran says that non-Muslims are equal to pigs and donkeys and monkeys and animals. Kal-an'am. And even worse. Chapter 7, verse 179. Chapter 25, verse number 44. They are the same as cattle and even worse. Who are they, those who they are the same as cattle? Everyone is non-Muslim. So when a Muslim, he look at you, he look at a cattle. You are a goat. This is why they believe, and Islam believe, that slaughtering those people is not a slaughtering of a human, is a slaughtering of a cattle. Actually, there's a Muslim, he explained to you this verse very well. And as usual, those who believe that we are cattle, they live between us. Because the stupid European, they opened doors for them, to the point England became the nest of terrorism. This is the truth. Listen carefully how this Muhammadan, he explained to you who is the Muslims and who is non-Muslims. And remember, this is his view, not mine. So don't blame me for what he will say.
To some friends that we have over here. We've got some cows, as you can see. They look a bit vexed. I'm not going to get too close because they look a bit aggy. It's the cow gang. If you look like they're on this thing. Basically, brothers and sisters, just seeing the cows reminded me of an ayah in the Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes the people who are misguided. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says they're more misguided than the cattle. They are more astray than the cattle, right? Than these cows. And if you think about it, brothers and sisters, a human being, right, who doesn't believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he has less value than these cattle right here. Because at least from this cattle and these cows, you can get milk. At least from these cows, you can get leather. You know, you can get something from them. There is some benefit that comes from these cows. Despite how, you know, if you look at them as an animal, you know, alhamdulillah, they're a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but they're not the most intelligent animal. You know, they're not the most, you know, like you can see flies all around them. But a person who's misguided, a person who's astray, a person who doesn't worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has less value on this earth than these cows. Because these cows, like I said, at least they produce some fruits.
I mean, look at this potato coward. He speaks about cows, they produce milk. What do you produce? The car behind him is Mercedes-Benz. The camera he's using either is Japanese or Chinese, but for sure not Islamic. The phone he is using is not made by Muslims. The clothes he is using is not made by Muslims. The microphone he is using is not made by Muslims. And the milk he is drinking is not made by Muslims. And yet he is saying that cows are better than you. Have you ever heard of a stupid white supremacist cult more than Islam? They think they are the best. So the Chinese in China, who don't believe in Islam, they are cows for him. The Buddhists are cows. They are less than cows. The Christians, the Hindus, they are less than cows. Muslims are the only human being in this earth. The rest are less than cows. At least the cows, they produce milk, he said. What do you produce? And notice carefully, YouTube will not take such a video down. This is not a hate of speech of hate. You know what I mean? This is not a speech of hate. Christian Prince, he play it, they might take it down just because I play it, you know, because I'm showing you how filthy it is. But the guy who made this video, they will not take his video down. This is not hate of speech. This is hate of this speech of love for YouTube. Look at this, beautiful. You put it very well, brother. Very well done, brother. And what make it more funny that his Mercedes-Benz in the back, what do you do for a living to have a Mercedes-Benz? Are you a refugee? You are the same as a cow in their eyes.
We've got some cows, as you can see. They look a bit vexed. I'm not going to get too close because they look a bit aggy. It's the cow gang. If you look like they're on this thing. Basically, brothers and sisters, just seeing the cows reminded me of an ayah in the Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes the people who are misguided. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says they're more misguided than the cattle. They are more astray than the cattle, right? Than these cows. And if you think about it, brothers and sisters, a human being, right, who doesn't believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he has less value than these cattle right here. Because at least from this cattle and these cows, you can get milk. At least from these cows, you can get leather. You know, you can get something from them. There's some benefit that comes from these cows, despite how, you know, if you look at them as an animal, you know, they're alhamdulillah, they're a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but they're not the most intelligent animal. You know, they're not the most, you know, like you can see.
No, you are the most intelligent animal. You are. I mean, you are a genius. You are the only animal in the world who is genius, Mr. Dawa. I mean, what's wrong? How in the world even they allow those people to live in England? England is the worst place in Europe to live in. So the video keep going. The guy talking about how you Christians, you Jews, you Hindus, you Buddhas, you atheists are a bunch of cows. Actually, cows are better than you. They make milk. What do you make?
Human being who is misguided, who doesn't worship Allah, that human being will live in this world, and all that human being will leave behind is his feces and his urine and his bones and his skin that will rot into the ground. Okay.
You know, all what a human being he leave behind him is his feces. So why you Muslims go to your prophet and kiss his grave? There's nothing behind except his feces. Actually, we can show reference where the Muslims are fighting over his feces. We can show reference where Muhammad he say that the one who drink his urine, no fire will burn his stomach. The only religion who claim that they don't believe that Muhammad is God, yet they drink the feces of the man who they follow, is Islam. That is shown as signs of intelligence or sign of intelligence. We go back to Zakir Naik. Shall we? So we showed you how they view us, and you know, by adopting such a view that all non-Muslims are dogs, donkeys, worse of creatures, you cannot have peace in your heart, because wherever you go, you see around you a dog, disgusting dog. Even dogs are the enemy of Allah. I mean, all the world love dogs, except Muhammad and Muslims. You have a phobia from everything. Phobia from music, but name for me one Muslim who don't listen to music. Just name one. Especially music which come with porn.
Other Muslims. The maximum negative factor by the media and all over the world, the society, is against Muslims and Islam. In spite of this.
Yeah, this is why George Bush, he said Islam is peace. This is why Bill Clinton says that. This is why Obama says that. This is why the President of France says that. This is why the Prime Minister of England says that. I mean, see oppression? All of them, they are saying lies about Islam. Agree. All of them. I never saw one media station speaking the truth about Islam. Starting from Fox News.